Alright guys, so these are my two plum paper planners. I have one that I use for my business and one that we use for homeschool. And the business one I just wanted to show you is, I think, the smallest size that they have for the Me planner, which is the one that we use because you can customize all the different sections of it. So I think this is the smallest size that they have for that particular one. And this is a 12-month planner. And then the homeschool one, I ordered an 18-month planner for this one, and then it's the largest size they have. So as you can see, it's pretty thick. It's got this fantastic coil. It is not going to fall apart. These covers are solid. The coil is solid. It's excellent. I mean, it's excellent quality. So I've been using Plum Paper Designs for a long time, but I've really fallen in love with using them for homeschool just recently. And here's why. I kind of had a love-hate relationship with planners for the first part of our homeschooling time because I would write everything down, and then because of the way we like to homeschool, I would change my mind constantly and have to be whiting out things or erasing things, and it was just an exercise in frustration. So I just started doing checklists only, and that was fine, except that it was really hard to keep all the sticky notes and checklists organized to keep a record of what we had done. So I heard about Planning from Behind, I think is what she calls it, from Julie Bogart of Brave Writer. And she talks about doing a system where you kind of make a wish list of what you want to get to, but you don't record it in your planner until the end of the week when you go back and you write in all the things you actually did. And I love this concept because it lets me kind of have a plan for what we want to do, but it also lets me record all the learning that happens that I didn't plan for, because we're really quite spontaneous in our homeschool. So anytime something inspires us, or there's an exhibit in town that we want to go to, or something comes up that we weren't expecting, we can take advantage of it, and I don't have to worry about rearranging all our plans. So we do planning from behind. You okay, baby? Yeah. Which is what I'm about to show you. So this is our homeschool planner, and I've got it all set up for this week, and I'm going to explain my whole system to you in just a minute. But I wasn't quite sure what to write in all the sections for this one, so I just took my best guess, and I can change the sides of it if we end up doing something completely different that week. But on this side I have where I record what we're going to be doing for our morning basket or our circle time. So right now I just have our poem for the week written in there. I haven't decided what I want to do for picture study. We usually do yoga at that time. We usually do a couple of French words or a French fairy tale book during that same time. What else do we do, Bryce? We do our fairy tale story cards. So I'll show those to you in a different video.
And we do letters.
Yeah, we do. We do those during lesson.
And I try to trick you.
You do try to trick me. And then down here is where I write the stories that we're covering that week. I haven't written in this week's stories there yet, but I will in just a bit. And then I also keep a record of the word families Bryce has all of a sudden taken off learning. So I try to keep track of the ones that she's got down already. So that's what that is. And then I have it organized kind of by sections of our day. So we start out with table time in the morning. So I have where I can write what Blake did for language arts, what Blake did for math, what Bryce did for Blossom and Root, Blake's main lesson, and I'll explain that in just a minute. And then Bryce, LB stands for Little Bug. This is just to remind me that she's so very tiny still, and to plan to do activities that are more open-ended and fun and gentle and play-based. So like right now she's doing a snow sensory bin as I'm filming this, and I would write that in. I'm going to write that in as soon as she's done to show that Bryce played with the snow sensory bin today. And then we do an afternoon tea time every day, well almost every day, where we just do reading. We read all the read-alouds that we have going on right now at that time. We always add in a little bit of poetry. Blake sometimes reads to me during tea time, so I just record what we read during tea time right there. And then afternoons, just to record whatever we did during the afternoon. So sometimes we go swimming, sometimes we go to the reservoir, sometimes we go on a hike, sometimes we go to the museum. So I just like to record all the fun stuff that we fit in the afternoon in that spot. So here's what I do. I get one of those nice big sheet sticky notes, and I make a really unpretty list of all the things I'm kind of hoping to get to this week. So on one side, are you okay, baby? Okay. On one side, I write what Blake's doing for language arts and lit, and on the other side, I write what Bryce is doing for language arts and lit. And then the same thing with science. We will eventually do the same science, but for this year, since Bryce just started our kindergarten program, she does the Great Space Adventure science part of that curriculum, and she still participates in a lot of the science that Blake does for first grade right now. She's in first grade. And so I write them separately, but a lot of times they end up doing each other's science anyway. And then I write down what we're going to be doing for math for each child. And then at the bottom, I write what I want us to do together. And I like to write like any field trips that I want to go on right at the top so I don't forget. So this week we're going to try and get to the National Center for Atmospheric Research because Blake is studying weather. So what I do, hold on, let me grab my highlighter. So what I do is I look usually in the morning before the girls get up, I kind of look at what's on our list and I think, well, what do I want us to do today? And this might be different depending on what kind of weather we're having. If it's really beautiful outside, I'm going to look for things that we can take to an outdoor classroom. Or if it's a really rainy day, I say, okay, maybe this would be a good day for a field trip or a game schooling day or things like that. So I just kind of decide the day of what we're going to do. And it also changes throughout the day depending on what the girls are interested in. And so, like today, Brycey did a couple of things off of her list, and now she's doing a snow sensory bin. So I'm going to pause the video and show you how I record what we did at the end of the morning. All right, I'm back. So what I did was I highlighted the things that we got to on Brycey's list, so I know those are already done. So I highlighted that we did the Sound of M page from Blossom and Root Kindergarten and the copy work that goes with that. We read The Lion and the Mouse, and we did the chalk and water number line to 20. Well, actually, we only did it to 10 this time outside. And then on this side, after I highlighted that, I wrote it into the appropriate spot. I wrote in that she read The Lion and the Mouse, and then we acted it out with puppets. We did the number line with chalk and water outside. She did the letter M page from Blossom and Root Kindergarten. We played the game Hiss, and now she's doing a snow sensory bin. And in just a little bit, she's going to get ready for her ballet class. So that's what that looks like once I write everything in. And then that's what it's like highlighted off my note. So at the end of the week, whatever isn't highlighted, I either decide it's important enough to move into next week's sheet of paper, or I cross it off and forget about it. And we do both. And then I add in also anything that's not on this list that we come up with, like if we decide to go on a picnic or if we decide to watch a specific movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We just write that on our planner in whichever part of our day we decided to do it. So that's it. It's really casual, really easy. I don't have to erase stuff. I don't have to white things out. I don't have to stress because I have kind of a framework in mind. And it's okay with me if we don't hit everything on it. Oh, honey, I'm gonna get you a glass of water, okay? I don't have to hit everything on it to feel good. I feel fine if we don't, but we usually do get through most of it. And this is just a planning system that's super flexible. It works really well for our family. I like having the formal record of what we've done, which is why I love this planner. So it's not a planning ahead planner, it's a planning from behind planner. So I'm just recording what we actually did. So at the end of the week or the month or the year, I can look back and see what we did. I often keep little notes in the margins about what really clicked for us or what we can go ahead and skip next time. And it's just a way for me to keep a record of what we do in our homeschool. So hopefully this will be helpful to some of you. And again, even if you are a very plannery person and you like planning from the front and not from behind, I do highly recommend the Plum paper planners because they're just super great quality. They're really tough. I mean, this cover is like not going anywhere, and neither is that coil, and it's hefty. So my homeschool planner, my business planner, which is also a me planner, planned out for all the different things I have to take care of each day. So I hope this was helpful. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.